Hey folks, it's Pete here. Can't see my face. Woo! I'm down here now. Hey, we're out here in the shop. It's cold outside. It was snowing all day today. It's down to about 12. Hopefully we didn't get too much snow on the ice so it slushes up on us up here in Montana. But with that said, we're here for Workplace Wednesday. We're going to be tying the Pannie Dropper. Pannie Dropper. Panfish Dropper. Alright, this name came from a friend of mine, Brant Borden. He's been bugging me. Oh, you got to name one of your jigs with this. You got to name one of your jigs this. Alright, well, he's got it. And it's going to be on video. So, and this is an awesome little jig. I'm going to tie two of them for you tonight. Now, these jigs were tied by another YouTuber. I've just added my own touch to it. It's Makflies, I think it is, on YouTube. Neat, very instructional guy. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing here with mine, a little bit different. Not a whole lot different, but I'm using one different material. So I'm using Tiemco size 8 hooks. Super sharp, really good. Expensive for 25 of them, $9.99. So anybody wants these jigs, you know you're going to pay for them. So we take that, then on this one here I'm using a brass tungsten, about a 3.5, 4 millimeter bead, pretty heavy. Get her down, work good, last a long time. So let's get that set up so I can get it with these big old monster hands of mine. So what you do is take that tungsten bead through the hole. This hook here, this Tiemco, I usually use not eagle claw, but mustad hooks. But I ran out of this style hook, the Scud Caddis style hook. So with that, it's the Tiemco 2457 hook. Let me let you get a good look at that. 2457. So with that, I'm using Loon's UV clear fly finish. Learning how to use this stuff, really cool, fun stuff to use. I got the Loon's UV light, so works really well. Got a couple Sharpies, red and green make brown. So, and a whip finisher. Yes. Oh, one tool I forgot. Better grab it out of the box. The lighter. Yeah. Yep, it works good. You'll see what that's used for here just shortly. So the first one I'm going to tie is a glow-in-the-dark one. So what I'm using, I got this glow-in-the-dark material at Hobby Lobby. It's in their necklace making area for the kids. So pretty cool stuff. A little hard to work with at first, but you learn how. So, oh, forgot my scissors even. I am unprepared. Sorry guys and gals. So, with that being said, take a little snip off there, put that material down. So, I take this material and I run it through my fingers a few times. Gets it nice and straight. Gets it nice and straight. And then I'll take this end part here, right here, this end part, and I take in, with the friction of my fingers, I warm that up and it stretches out a little bit. This is a key to this fly in the beginning. So, key to the fly, or jig if you want to call it that. So it takes a little bit. So what you do, just like you're tying your thread in, you take your material here and you just tie it back. No bobbing, nothing. No threads involved in this at all. So, and I come in, got that little tag in there. I got a couple more ideas for this jig that'll work pretty good. Oh, Sam, I am working on tying your marabou trout jig, but I'm probably going to do a muddler minnow on a jig prior to that, buddy. So you wrap her back. You want to pull a little bit. So wrap her back, and as you say, I take my fingernail and put it right there, so she'll start wrapping forward again. So you wrap that all the way forward. Pretty simple so far. I mean, it's just a little bit of time. You got to pay attention to your wraps. That one. And just go from there. You come right up into the head. And what I do is I tie a few wraps up and above, then I take that tungsten head and she locks in good. This is where your whip finisher comes. This material is a pain in the keister to whip finish, so I will let you know that. So you do 3 wraps with a whip finisher, pull her tight, move your deals just a little bit, kind of builds a little thorax here, pull it tight, then come in here with your fine snips, snip that off. And here's where the magic comes, right here. So I'm going to have my UV light on when I do this, so with this I take just a little bit of this UV resin right here at the tail of the hook, and I'm going to lock that in right there. I want a nice round tailed piece here, and then while it's up in the air like this, I will come in with my UV resin here, let it drain down just a little bit, and then I'm going to come in and hit it. So hit that little bugger. So, and what I'm going to do, one more quick one on that bottom side before I do the top and the sides. Lock that in. That's giving me my shape. Give me that buggy shape right now. So now I got a little bit of resin on the top. You want to get that UV light close, otherwise it don't cure real well, I found out. So if you look, it's got quite a bit of UV on top already. So I just come in there, a little bit of UV resin around the head here, and then just lock her in. Lock her in. Make sure she's good and cured. No oily resin there. I will grab my forceps and I will take this out and show you this jig. Now that's glow in the dark material that I used, so I got a little bit of UV resin down there at the bottom, so that ain't gonna hurt nothing too bad. But there she is right there, folks, the Pannie Dropper, glow in the dark with a brass head, tungsten head that is, and hear that thump. I'm gonna do my next one, and this is done with Stretch Magic. Same everything, except for I forgot to put my tungsten bead on. So I grab my tungsten bead, find the hole, get her situated around. And, oh, folks, I totally forgot, and I apologize. Welcome to Workplace Wednesday. This is some of the stuff that goes on in Pete's Tackle Shop. So, but it's panfish season right now, and a jig similar to this that I tied got me and my partner this weekend big fish in the tournament, a 1.66 perch. So, hey, and also, you like this video, make a comment. You have ideas for another video for me to do, put it in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and then when that pops up and you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. All right, folks, now we're on to the next jig. So I use Stretch Magic 0.7 millimeters. Pretty good stuff, kind of fun to work with. So snip that off. This is where your lighter comes in. So you want to, this is what Mac showed me on his video. Get that sucker and stretch it while it's still warm. All right, there we got, there's our tie-in right there. So come in on your jig there, or your fly, whatever you want to call it. It's a jig with a tungsten, I can tell you that right now, because it's heavy. Tie that in. So I'm going to snip that out of there, that tag in. Up close, she likes to spin around on you a little bit. So with that, we're going to tie this bad girl in. So you want to follow that back, and what you're going to do, as you get back to the bend, you want to pull that tight. The other one you can't do that. That other material you can't really pull tight. Pull that tight. And then coming in with my finger again, we're starting our turn back up. When you hit the bend, you want to slowly release that. You're going to get a little bit of spin out of your Stretch Magic, and you can see that when it rolls up. And just loose, tie it on firm, but not stretching it too much. So this is a pretty cool little jig. And then I come in and do a double whip finish on it. And I pull it tight when I'm doing my whip finish. Oops. It'll spin your... Oh boy, I screwed up there. How did I get way back there again? Must have spun off. Alright, well, part of the learning process, I guess. So, take your whip finisher. This is a little bit easier to whip finish. I do 2 to 3. I'm going to do 3 on this one. And pull her in. Roll her forward. And then you want to snug her up. And she tightens right down. Now let her loose like that. Don't be pulling on it when you're doing that. Otherwise it'll snap right through the middle of your tie off and unravel. I done figured that out. So this little jig here, we are going to do a little bit of red and brown on it. Take your Sharpie. Red's a really good color. Brown's an excellent color. And I'm using these for panfish, but boy, I tell you what, they're going to work great for trout, summer and winter, for you trout fishermen. But I'm a pan fisher by heart, so I put a little red on there, look good. I'm going to put a little green on there. That'll make it kind of that brownish. That'll blend in and give it that brownish look. And I got a little bit on my tungsten there. I'm going to wipe that off while it's still wet. And then we're ready. Got that off my tungsten. So she's turning nice, kind of a dark brown color now. So I guess I could have used a lighter green with that. But like we did with the last one, I like to do the butt first. Turn on my UV light. Oh, somebody would be calling right when I'm doing the middle of this. Forgive it, Lord. All right, now I'm going to come down and do my hit that UV on there. So I'll call him back. Oh, folks, I'm getting a new toy tomorrow. I'm picking up a snow dog. If you ever heard of those, I got watching them a little bit on YouTube, and wow, they're just a neat machine. I'm going to be using it for ice fishing, mainly. So, ooh, blind myself. So we're going to get that all cured up. Don't take a whole lot. So, oh, sorry folks, didn't mean to shine that in your eyes. So, well, I got more of an olive green brown out of it than I did a brown, but that's perfect. Perfect. In the UV color, it looks olive green with little hints of red in it. So, I go and touch that. Still needs a little more cure. Good to go. No oil resin on there. So that is the last fly there. So I'll take that off and let you get a closer look at that. I got a little bit of green on my tungsten, but that's fine. These are for me. And a little bit of UV down there at the bottom. I'm going to hit her with some more UV light down there at the bottom. And that's your jig right there, folks. Right there. Beautiful looking jig. So, hey, with that, folks, I want you all to have a great rest of your week. Get out there and go fishing. Another YouTuber that I follow and love, Richard Jean, he says, get out and go fishing when you can, because it does you good. So, and so with that, you guys all get out there, go do some ice fishing, some regular fishing. Remember, tight lines, and don't forget to go to PetesTackleShop.com and check it out. And then tomorrow I'll have a limited edition tungsten speed spoon coming out. It'll be up on my internet site tomorrow. Limited. I've only got like 15 packages of 7 colors. So that's how limited it is. I happen to get my hands on some tungsten spoons, so you folks, make sure you check that out. All right, folks, have a wonderful day.